This video will talk about how to find the summation of a finite and an infinite geometric sequence. So first thing you look at in this example is that 4, 2, 1 is a geometric sequence because the common ratio is times half times half. That's your common ratio. So we are looking for the partial sum. That means if we look at this whole pattern, we're not going to look at the whole sequence. We're specifically looking at the first 11 numbers of this pattern, and we want to find the sum of that. This right here will give you the sum of the geometric sequence for the first 11 numbers. Now the n represents how many numbers are you adding. So therefore we have the sum of the first 11 numbers. We need the first number, which is a1, and that's going to become 4 in this problem. We need the parentheses 1 minus, and we need the ratio, which is a half. We need to put that in parentheses. To the power of n, and n once again is how many numbers we're adding, which in this case is 11. And we're going to divide that by 1 minus, and once again for r we're putting the common ratio, which is half. I already made sure to put parentheses where they are needed. These are the minimum amount of parentheses you must have on your calculator, and all you gotta do is plug it in. And once you plug it in the calculator, the answer is 7.996 when rounded to 3 decimal places. The next example is for the summation of the infinite geometric sequence. That means we don't care about where it stops. We're talking about every single number possible in the sequence. As you can see, the word partial is not there anymore. We want to add up every single number: 4, 2, 1, half, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32, 1/32, 1/64, and so on, goes on forever. We're going to add all of those up, and we have a simpler formula compared to the partial. Now we don't even need the calculator at this point. The n is gone because we're not adding a specific number of numbers. We're just going to add all of them together. That's why there's no n. So all we need is a1, which is the first number of the pattern, which in this case is 4. 1 minus r, and once again it's the same sequence as earlier, so r is a half. And without a calculator, we know that 1 minus a half is half. And whenever you're dividing by a fraction, we know we're going to end up multiplying by the reciprocal. So if we do the reciprocal of half, that'll be 2, and the answer then is 8. So if we add up every single number in the sequence, the answer will be 8. And we can see from, if we adding up the 11, by adding the first 11 numbers of the pattern, we were already close to seeing that it's approaching 8. Thank you for watching the video.